Good morning. Today on Spotlight, getting ready for the 2023 Detroit Regional Chambers Mackinac Policy Conference and why all eyes will be on that historic island resting between the watery straits of our upper and lower peninsulas. After all, who else has the power to get Liz Cheney, Mark Cuban, and Bill Ford to the land of horses and fudge? We'll ask Chamber President and CEO Sandy Barua and this year's conference chair, Matt Elliott, President, Bank of America, Michigan. And later on our Sunday morning program, get ready for a historic June Jubilee weekend. Detroit Branch NAACP President, Reverend Dr. Wendell Anthony, will be here to tell us what's on tap. It's Sunday, May 21st. I'm Chuck Stokes, and this is Spotlight. Matt Elliott, you've watched this sort of from afar a number of times. You've been to a number of the policy conferences, but it's always a little different when you're the chair. Why did you sign up for this when Sandy and his team said, Matt, we need you to be chair?
Yeah, well, it's a tremendous honor. It's also a big responsibility, but it was one that my wife Ann and I really embraced because we wanted to drive forward a conversation that we think is important. And you have that opportunity as the chair, and we also knew that we'd be in good hands with the amazing staff that the chamber has.
What do you hope to accomplish on your watch?
You know, the theme at this year's conference is what we call the power of and.
That is one of the most intriguing themes I've ever seen for a Mackinac Policy Conference, and I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah.
But when I looked at it, I said, that's fascinating. You can do an awful lot with that, but I'll let you elaborate.
Well, we think we are going to do a lot with it. You know, so often when we look at a problem or we see an opportunity, we look at it through the lens of either or options. But in real life, we know that if we come together and we bring, multiple sides, usually from diverse perspectives, together after a good, healthy debate, you get a better answer. So we want to shift the conversation from being right to getting it right. And that's what we hope to do.
When you went back and you said to staff, all right, this is going to be our theme. Now, how are we going to take this and develop it? And was part of the main motivation behind this because we have become so partisan and it's everybody, as you said, it's either this or it's that, but it's really not either this or that. There's a whole lot of middle in there.
Yeah, absolutely, Chuck. So first of all, the power of and theme that Matt and Ann brought to us was immediately celebrated. We thought this is a great theme. And it's not just us internally as staff. Our sponsors, our attendees, they have really grabbed on to this theme. So it has really attracted more attention than our previous themes, and we're really excited about it. We're talking about using the power of and to bring disparate views together to create something better. Because you're absolutely right, Chuck. We are so polarized. In fact, the chamber polling that we do with the Glenn Gariff Group shows that things that shouldn't be political issues are now completely polarized. If I say it's Tuesday as a Republican, a Democrat's going to say, no, it's Wednesday. It's gotten that bad. The power of and we're hoping will bridge that gap.
Sure. Matt, your background is banking. On one end, we see a lot of news stories talking about, we're dealing with inflation. Where's the economy going? Are we about to go over the edge or not? And then at the other end, we've seen more money come into this state than we've seen in a long time. And we don't hear those conversations in Lansing saying, we got to cut because we don't have the money. We have everybody saying, we got a bunch of money. Here's my list. So how do you navigate that, and how will that be a part of this Mackinac Policy Conference?
That's a great question, and it's one of the things that we think we need to explore, which is this idea of how do you make investments in the future while at the same time being fiscally responsible over a long period of time, And one of the things that Sandy and I have discussed a lot is that we need a framework that survives the political season or the crisis of the day, and something that allows the state and all the leaders around the state to consistently respond to opportunities and challenges.
Okay, Sandy Barua, when I looked on the website, I saw things like individual freedom and collective action, sustainability and economic growth, investing in the future and financial responsibility. Matt just talked a little bit about that. But break it down in terms of day 1, 2, 3, as much as you want, what people are going to see?
Well, the conference officially opens on the Wednesday, and we always kick off with the governor. Matt and I will help with that kickoff. But we've got a great lineup, really around those themes that you just mentioned, Chuck. People like Bill Ford are going to be talking about the balance that we have to have between, moving towards an electrified future, but still, understanding that the ICE engine is going to be around for a long time. We have a panel of Michigan CEOs that are really going to focus on what is their power of and, how are they capitalizing on, melding this and that to create a better outcome for their employees and for their shareholders. We've got a great panel around diversity and how equity really drives better business outcomes. In fact, we're borrowing from Bank of America Cynthia Bowman, who's their global head of diversity, to be a part of that panel. We're also partnering with the Gallup Center on Black Voices, who is also going to bring a lot of data, including the first annual Detroit Voices data, to that conversation. We're a statewide conference, so we have to reflect the diversity of this entire state. And that's not just racial diversity, although that's hugely important, but it's also diversity of thought, diversity of geographic area and what they represent. So we have a good representation from the west side of the state and CEOs, and your friend Rick Albin, who from Wood TV is one of our favorite moderators.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
That we use up there. So diversity in all its forms.
We call him the dean.
Yeah, and he is, and we're always so grateful that he'll spend time with us. But it is that, that looking at diversity through all of its lenses, but really about what the conference is about is that so many people think about, diversity efforts or equity efforts as an or. I have to do this, but it'll cost me something. But in reality, all the data shows that companies that embrace diversity, that really embrace equity, end up with better outcomes.
Matt Elliott, your boss, will be there. What did you tell him he's got to do to all those movers and shakers out there?
Well, what we're going to ask him to do is go talk about how we use the power of and inside of Bank of America and how we think that has a big impact on the world that we serve. One of the things that Brian has consistently talked about with us, both internally and externally, is this idea that we need to drive profits and purpose. And those things, number one, go together, but number two, if we want to be successful over a long period of time, we have to do both. It's an and. We hear that a lot in our company. This is not an or, this is an and.
Using this power of and, how do we create more than just a programmatic approach to Michigan's future? So with Richard, we have crafted, and we will announce at the Mackinac Policy Conference, a statewide high-tech talent strategy. It's actually being led by our MishAuto statewide automotive cluster association arm. And we're going to announce that strategy because what we want people to start thinking about is, we have programs to lower the cost of college, we have programs to ease the pathway into post-secondary education, but all the programs in the world won't help unless people care, unless people want to do that, unless people directly connect this action that I might take, like getting a skilled certificate, how that'll change my future for the positive, and how that is wholly consistent with what Michigan's always done, which is lead in mobility and lead in innovation.
We'll come right back and we'll pick up with Matt Elliott. Stay with us. Matt Elliott, I cut you off when I could tell you were about to weigh right in and piggyback off of what Sandy Burrell said.
Well, Sandy was talking about culture, and too often when we talk about the or versus the and, what we're really talking about is a culture of scarcity. This idea that in order for me to win, you have to lose. But in reality, there's no win but a win-win. We all have to win together. A lot of times you say, well, they need to fix it. Well, very often the they is in the room. These are statewide leaders. There will be 1,500 of them there, and so they are action-oriented people. And one of the things we're going to do with the conference is ask every panel to come up with a number and an action item, something that you can measure progress with, but also something we can do that when we go home from the conference, we can start working on immediately.
If I'm Joe Sixpack sitting at home, but I'm concerned about my state, how can I watch what's happening?
Yeah, we lifted the veil off the conference several years ago in partnership with Detroit Public Television. And on their website and on our website, and frankly, on any website that wants it, you can stream live the entire contents of the conference. Everything on our main stage is made publicly available to everybody. Even some of our side sessions where we can get the technology actually into the physical room, we will stream them live. Our goal is to lift that veil, make sure that people understand what the conversations are. And also, we have so many public officials there. We want there to be complete transparency, that people know what the mayor of Detroit is saying, or what the governor is saying, or what our congressional representatives are saying on that stage. And we're really proud of that.
You know, you're bringing in Liz Cheney, former Congresswoman Liz Cheney, who certainly has gotten a tremendous amount of attention. That's going to attract a lot of eyeballs.
It is, and you know, Matt and I were really thrilled that we got a former Representative Cheney. In fact, we are the first event that she agreed to post her congressional career. So we think we're going to be the first public big speech that she does after leaving the Congress. But talk about an and, right? I mean, you know, Liz Cheney, and I know the Cheneys. I worked for the Bush-Cheney administration. Right. You know, they are conservatives, right? But what conservative meant even, you know, just, you know, 10, 15 years ago when I was in Washington is very different than today, right? So can you be a conservative but still have real serious questions about Donald Trump and some of his activities regarding, you know, January 6th, regarding challenging the election outcomes. So what does it mean to be a conservative today? I think it's a really interesting and question.
How do you all feel you did with last year's to-do list? And you haven't done the to-do list for this year, but that's going to come at the end of the conference.
One of our to-do list items was enacting distracted driving legislation, working with Steve Kiefer and his foundation, and we just got it done in time for the conference. We're limited to 1,500 people. They're primarily C-suite leaders, either in the philanthropic space, political space, or business space. And once you're up on the island, everyone's an equal. Everyone is equally accessible. And I would say that even about the governor or the mayor. They are walking through the lobby. You can reach out to them. And the fact that everyone's accessible, and you could have, a CEO from Detroit talking to a university president on the west side, along with, a state legislator, the minority house leader, all in conversation together. And how often are people like that in the same room at the same time? It's one of the gifts that Michigan has of the Mackinac Policy Conference. And again, we're just so proud to be stewards of this incredible asset.
All right, Sandy Barua, CEO of the Detroit Regional Chamber, Matt Elliott, Chair of the 2023 Mackinac Conference. Thank you for coming in. Best of luck up on the island, and we'll all be watching.
We're going to have a great time. Thank you.
Safe travels up there. And coming up, Detroit Branch NAACP President, Reverend Dr. Wendell Anthony. You don't want to change your channels now. We'll be right back. Reverend Dr. Wendell Anthony, thanks so much for coming in. Good seeing you again.
Thank you, Chuck. Always good being with you.
Okay. All right, let me, a little history and little deja vu for you. 30 years ago,
30?
On this program, a newly elected Detroit Branch NAACP president with a head full of hair, I might add, was on this program with then host Jim Harrington, reporters Michael Gooden of the Michigan Chronicle and Crane's Detroit Business, and Bill Johnson of the Detroit News.
Wow.
And other fellow guests was TV broadcaster Tony Brown, also one of the coordinators of the 1963 march here in Detroit.
The problem, Reverend Anthony, in recreating or restaging or redoing is the one that you get compared, and I'm reminded some great philosopher once said, you can't go home again, you can't repeat history, usually.
No matter what we do, that is going to be the case,
Yeah.
but I want the general audience to know that this is a commemoration, not an origination. We're pleased that the NAACP, which 30 years ago was not in the forefront in terms of originating the march, 30 years hence in 1993 will be and is in the forefront of reorganizing the march and hopefully transform the dream of 1963 into a reality in 1993.
A lot has happened since
Wow.
1963.
Who said that, Chuck?
A very profound president of the NAACP.
Wow.
Named Reverend Wendell
Man,
Anthony.
I see. Okay.
A lot has happened since 1963. even since 1993,
Yeah.
including the election of President Barack Obama, the first
Absolutely.
African-American president of the
Absolutely.
United States. So how has the Civil Rights Mission changed since then, and why 60th anniversary march?
Well, thanks, Chuck, for doing this. It's changed in a number of ways, but one of the things we want to make certain is that we don't go back 60 years. And if you look at what's going on today, you see that the trend is to stop voting. The trend is to stop the ascension of minorities, African Americans, Hispanics, and others, women, from moving up into the upper echelons of political power. 60 years ago, we did not have a Barack Obama. We did not have a Ketanji Brown Jackson. We did not have a Gretchen Whitmer. 60 years ago, we did not have the kind of opportunity for African Americans to ascend that we have today. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s last book was Chaos or Community. Where do we go from here? Is it going to be chaos to the degree that we just destroy ourselves because we cannot come together as a people? Or is it going to be community because we understand that we have more in common than we do in conflict? So that's why we're doing the commemoration of the walk down Woodward Avenue again. We've done the 30th, we've done the 40th, we've done the 50th. This year, we're doing the 60th. It's called the June Jubilee, June 22nd through June 25th, here in the city of Detroit. Before you go to DC, you got to come to the Big D. This is where Dr. King gave his first I Have a Dream speech.
Segregation is wrong because it is nothing but a new form of slavery covered up with certain niceties of complexity. In a real sense, we are through with segregation now, henceforth, and forevermore.
When you see the kind of gerrymandering that's going around cities and states, when you see the attack on women's rights, reproductive rights, health rights, when you see all the issues with regards to police relations and communities, law enforcement, it's time for us to remind ourselves not to forget to remember that there was a struggle that we waged that got us here. When they walked across the Edmund Pettus Bridge and we had Bloody Sunday with John Lewis, that drew the attention of the world. It resulted in the Civil Rights Act. It resulted in the Voting Rights Act. When Valerie Luzo was killed on Highway 80 in Alabama, she was bringing freedom riders back and forth from Selma, Alabama, singing as she was shot, "We shall overcome," singing, "We shall overcome," as they put 2 bullets in her body. It drew attention to the world. She was helping marchers. We don't march just to resolve problems. Marching gets us to the table. Black Lives Matter, the women's movement, they march to draw attention to issues of policy. Policy is what's going to affect what happens with you and me. And so that's why the first thing we're doing, Chuck, is going to have a call to action. That's going to be Freedom Summits on June the 22nd. Okay. We're going to deal with the civil rights movement, the history of it, why we have it, the discussion we're having today. Right. We're going to deal with voting rights and mobilization. It is workshops, teach-ins. We're going to deal with...
That's at Wayne County
That's going to be at Wayne County Community College, over on West Outer Drive, across from Fellowship Chapel. So you can just register, DetroitNAACP.org. Go to that. All this is free and open to the public.
Hang on one second. I got to do a quick break in here. We come back, we'll pick up on what's going to be happening on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Got you. All
we'll
right.
be right back with Reverend Dr. Wendell Anthony. Don't go away. And welcome back to Spotlight. Okay, let's start to drill down because I know that you've got a press conference coming up next week in which we'll sort of kick off everything, make sure that everybody knows what's going to happen, and then from there the media start to run.
And the interesting thing, Chuck, is the press conference is going to be at the Central United Methodist Church. That was the church that 2 weeks after that Dr. King was killed, he would come to Central United Methodist Church and speak. It's a church known for its emphasis on social justice. And so the press conference is going to be there on the 23rd. And then on the 23rd, we're having the unveiling of a life-size statue of Dr. Martin Luther King, which is going to be placed permanently in Hart Plaza. Working with the city of Detroit, Rochelle Riley, and others, we're going to put that in Hart Plaza as a tribute to Dr. King. Everybody is invited to that, free, open to the public, a celebration. Then on Saturday, we're going to have the march, the walk towards freedom, starting at Woodward Avenue and Martin Luther King Boulevard, and then going to Hart Plaza, where we're going to have a big rally. We got a lot of people nationally coming in for that. It's going to be great. And then on Sunday, we have the 68th annual Fight for Freedom Fund dinner. That's going to be off the chain. We're giving out our Freedom and Justice Award, Lifetime Achievement Awards. We'll be announcing our speaker and all of that. Somebody that you'll be very glad to hear.
But you're not telling us today, right?
I mean, my people be mad at me if I put it out before the press conference.
I don't want to get you in
please
trouble
don't.
with Camellia
Right.
and
And then
Latoya.
Channel 7 will be one of the first media outlets to know.
What Action News will be at the press conference, okay?
Great.
People need to register.
They do.
And you need volunteers.
Absolutely. You can register at DetroitNAACP.org. Go to our website. All the information that I just shared with Chuck is right there. You can also log on. If you were in the marches, 63, 93, 2003, 2013, you can log in pictures from that. We want to know if you were there. People that were there in 1963, the original folk, we want to know that. There's going to be placement seating for them, special recognition for them. Let us know if you've done that. You can also call 313-871-2087. It has a category, has a list of all of those things. We need volunteers. We need marshals. We need people who can help us to direct folk down there.
And they'll get the training that they need.
Training.
So
because
if
we have
you've never done it before, don't be intimidated.
Don't be intimidated. And we're working with the Detroit Police Department, Wayne County Police Department, City of Detroit, State of Michigan, everybody. And we want everybody. We want black, white, red, yellow, mellow. It's going to be mellow in the city of Detroit. Everybody is invited to walk for freedom. This is not an NAACP thing. We're just the coordinators. We're helping to originate this commemoration of what freedom is about. No stone should be unturned. Be in Detroit for the June Jubilee, June 22nd through June 25th. It's going to be on and popping.
Reverend Dr. Wendell Anthony, thanks so much for coming in, kicking this off on Spotlight. Press conference coming up next week. There'll be more information. There'll be more information on this program, more information on Channel 7 Action News, as well as across the nation.
Absolutely. No action like Channel 7 Action.
All right.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
Reverend
you, Chuck.
Anthony, good talking
All right.
to you.
Thank you.
All right. I'm Chuck Stokes. We'll be back next week with more newsmakers in the Spotlight. We hope you have a great week.